Before we get started, I was feeling into a theme for today, and what really came through for me was balance. There's so many things that we do in our lives, and just finding a centered balance is always so helpful, and also recognizing where are we off balance. So it's taking the time to actually sit with where am I out of alignment, and how can I bring myself back to my center. So that's going to be our theme. We're going to get into some juicy, yummy breath work, which y'all know I absolutely love. It's my favorite modality. I'll get into that with you guys a little bit. And then we will go into a little bit of journaling. So if you guys have a journal, a pen and paper ready, that would be perfect. So we're going to start in the chat. How's everyone feeling right now? Like, what is here? What are you showing up with? In radical honesty, what is here? Let Danielle in. Perfect. Overwhelmed? Yeah, Liz. Come all ready to integrate joy. Hell yeah. Confusion, neutrality. Great. Great. What else is here? Joy, centered. Yes, David. Good. Me, I have had a little bit of anxiety just before the call because my neighbor was doing this like knocking. So my mom and I tested the Zoom like 15 minutes ago, and I was like, oh, hell no, this ain't working. So I gently knocked. I was like, excuse me, sir, do you mind like gently stopping in about 10 minutes? I have a class to teach. And he was so kind and said yes. Toxic shame. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, very honest. All right. So I want to start by doing a small exercise. So if you guys have your pen and paper ready, we're going to look at balance. Okay? So the question I have for you guys is, where in my life do I feel out of balance? So where in my life do I feel out of balance? And I'm going to put some music too while you guys are journaling. I'm going to put different prompts also in our chat here. And I have a couple in specific I would love for you to look into. So from 1 to 100, how much time do you spend in your head space versus your heart space? So for an example, I personally would put 80% head and 20% heart, even though I wish I could say 50-50 or 80% heart. The mind is always speaking, and as long as we're in our minds, we're not in our hearts. So silencing the mind, which is why I like to use breath work, helps us actually be embodied and actually tap into the heart space. The other is, how much time are you in your masculine energy versus your feminine energy? And just being radically honest. So for me, I would say 70% in my masculine energy. Masculine energy is your structure, is your to-do lists, is actually a really beautiful support system that we all need. And then the feminine energy is that flexibility, the creativity, the flow, the divine feminine within us. This goes for both men and women. Okay? So just seeing, like, where am I? Where do I put myself right now? And without judging it, just let it be what it needs to be. Also, how much time do I spend in sadness versus joy? Exercising and sleeping, which both are necessary. And we'll notice all of these are necessary. One's not good or one bad. They're all very, very necessary. It's about finding the balance. The other is dieting versus binging. Working versus playing. And then you can add any other ones that resonate for you as well. And I'm going to put some music on for a couple of minutes. And you're welcome as well to write, like, as much as you want. Where in your life do you feel out of balance? We'll just be here for about another minute. Hi, Erin. I just saw you come in. Hi. Yay. So good. And what are 3 items, action items we can call in to cultivate more balance for any of the ones that are off center? 3 action items we can do. All right. And so when you feel ready, you can put your pen and paper down. You can always come back. Beautiful. So in the chat, where is your number 1 out of balance? Throwing it down. Where is that for you? So I recently just came back from Peru. I'm still feeling it. I got this little coat from Peru. I see some of you here from Peru too. And on this trip, something that was really, really meaningful for me was I was like 99% in my headspace, getting work done, showing up, doing my to-do lists, over explaining myself, over pouring myself, overdoing everything. And when I was on this trip, I know those of you that were on it with me knows that I ended up in the hospital like puking into a toilet for my first day, and then I lost my phone, and I had no choice but to be so present and able to be so deeply with everyone on this trip and nature. And it was the greatest gift that I ever received, and that was my heart. I hadn't felt my heart in a while. And so that's why I give myself 30% heart space now, which is a huge improvement for me. So just when we can start to look at the scale, where are we at? And then saying, oh, I have to go from 0 to 100. No. What if like 10% is perfect? And then, because if we go all the way to 100%, that doesn't feel safe. Like, it doesn't feel safe to me to be completely in my femininity. I need freaking structure, right? So how can I have structure and then start to sip into that yummy, juicy, feminine energy flow where I don't have to lead and I can follow and just go with, the wind and go with the river and the flow of nature and life. So there's an example. Let me see, I'm going to check the chat. Mind overriding heart. Yeah, I think that's a big one for a lot of us. Not getting out enough. Yes, good. More in my masculine versus feminine, more in my head than my heart. Yeah, I need to get to the gym and knee surgery, mind, body, soul. Absolutely, Lena. Beautiful. So I'm going to take us through a quick practice, and it's going to be a balanced meditation, and then we'll get into the yummy, juicy breath work. So go ahead, we'll be seated for this. You don't have to lie down yet. So if you just want to close your eyes, the breath we're going to do for this is in through the nose and out the mouth. Very, very simple, okay? So we're going to close our eyes. And just sitting up nice and straight. Beautiful. And just taking a moment to just recognize and notice what is here for you in this moment. Noticing, are you leaning to your left, to the right? Do you feel centered in your body? Noticing if there's any resistance or pushback on the left side of your body. Noticing the texture, the colors, the aura. Ignoring my little pet that you can hear, I'm sure. And just really tuning into your space, your body, your temple here. Where in your body do you feel out of balance? Maybe noticing your shoulders, seeing if the right is higher than the left. The right usually represents our masculine energy, the left side is our feminine. And while feeling into your wings, into your shoulders, which side feels like it can extend further? Where do you feel that? Noticing the balance coming back into the center of your heart. Noticing if your heart feels balanced. Maybe the right side feels different versus the left. And without changing anything here, we're just being the observer and just witnessing our bodies, getting in touch with our body. Maybe noticing our throat. Do we feel balanced in our voice? Do we feel balanced in our spirituality? Do we trust? How much time do we spend in prayer? How often are we in our intentions, in our purpose? How much time do we spend worrying, overthinking? How often do we wake up feeling joy and excited for the day? How often are we dragging our feet when our feet feel like shackles to the ground, knowing that everything is perfect just the way it is, there's no good or bad, but just noticing and witnessing this balance, this physical balance within the body, emotional balance within your heart, spiritual balance within something so much greater than all of us, bringing it into the space as a collective, as a unit here. And if you are seated, noticing your feet on the ground, feeling the balance between both feet, maybe pushing them down into the ground, feeling yourself rooted, and at the same time extending through the top of your head, and feeling the pull and the polarity of every little piece in between. Every layer of you gets to be here. If you feel like movement, allowing your body to flow, you can. Placing your hand on your heart, you can. Allowing every single part of you to be here in this space. And when you feel ready, we're going to go into some breath together, breathing in through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Using this incredible tool, our breath, to find this balance. Inhaling again through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Continuing with this repetitive breath. With every new breath that you take, can you increase this balance within your body, calling it into your awareness, calling it into your frequency, your aura. for a few more breaths, picking it up even deeper, trusting that balance is right inside of you. Feeding the parts of you that are needing that balance, really bringing your awareness to the part of your body that is asking for you to deeply show up even more. And on your next inhale, I want you to take your biggest breath yet, sipping in all of your air and holding it at the top. Big sip, 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 sip. And hold. And in this hold, just noticing, witnessing all of you, every part, letting your body know that you are so, so welcome. And when you feel ready to let go and surrender, let Mother Earth take over from here. We'll exhale out of our mouths. Beautiful. And then once again, just noticing the body. Noticing once again if you are leaning to the right or to the left. Noticing if our shoulders are straight. Noticing our bellies, our hips, all the way down to our toes. And slowly coming back into the space when you feel ready and you've witnessed, opening your eyes. Coming back in. Do y'all feel already a little more centered? Just with a little bit of breath. Yeah. In the chat, thinking about where we can balance ourselves versus actually deeply listening to the body and where the body needs balance. Where did you feel you needed balance inside your physical body? If you can put that in the chat for me. Where in your physical body did you notice you were out of balance? Shoulders, yeah. Anyone feel themselves leaning to the right or to the left, noticing what side, what feminine or masculine energy you're leaning into? Hips, yeah, leaning to the left, yeah, you're feminine. Okay, good. Brain, yes, Liz. The mind. Beautiful. And so when we feel out of balance, bringing compassion, because when we're out of balance, it's because one of our inner children, or I call them the saboteurs, that come in and want to challenge us, and we have an emotional reaction. It's because we want to be protected and we feel scared. And so certain things in life kind of just throw us out of balance. So that's perfectly fine. But how do we come back to center ourselves? In life, there's always going to be little tears, but how do we repair? How do we come back to the center of our being, of our core, of our neutrality, right? So my invitation as we get into breath work is to really use your breath to center yourself, to center all of your chakras. Some of our chakras, like our heart's here, our crowns over here, our roots over on the other side. And what we want to do is really balance and align them all. Okay, so we're going to use our breath to do that. So I'm going to go over a couple things for breath work since we have some new breathers. One, I'm going to start with the spaces I love to hold. I want you to feel completely safe. This is a safe place for you to express yourself, for you to be yourself, for you to really just allow every single part of you to be here. Every pissed inner child that wants to be here, let them scream if they need it. Let them cry if they need it. Let them laugh if they need it. Our brains are like, oh, I think my session today is going to go like this. And I promise you, your body's going to give you something different than you anticipated. So can we lean in to the wisdom and the intelligence of our body for this entire practice? Can it guide us, our internal compass guide us versus here? Here's a perfect opportunity. 2 shakes if most people are in their headspace 99% of the time. Yeah. Maybe today we can try something different. Maybe today we can change that neural pathway to be like, oh, wow, I forgot about my heart. My heart is here. And she or he or they are so ready to serve the world right in the center of my chest. And they were there the whole time. So here's the invitation to really, really allow yourself to lean into centering and balancing. What is this? Y'all, what is this? Tetany. Yeah, tetany. So for my new breathers, I have to name this. Probably 10% of you are going to get it. I wish when I did my first breathwork session, someone told me what it was and they didn't, and I certainly had it. And I was like, excuse me. I'm like, I think I need your help. And it's fine. This is normal. This is because we're moving CO2 and oxygen. So you're breathing deeper than you probably normally breathe, which is how you're actually supposed to breathe. So if you feel that, just know that that's okay. If you don't love it, there's certain things you can do. One is just slow your breath down, or the other is a nice, beautiful vocal. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys 3 different vocals you can use in your session. One is a nice big sigh. So we're going to do that together right now. Big, beautiful inhale through the nose. And a nice sigh. Woof. Okay. If anyone noticed any judgment right now, it's okay. Just see if that's the very thing that we actually might want to strip of this evening, right? When are we allowed to just go bleh because we feel like it? Today, because everyone in here has full permission to do that. Cool? The second thing will be a shh. So nice inhale through the nose. Shh. This is a nice self-soother if you need it, okay? The third is yell, scream if you need it. I'm not going to do it too deeply into this mic because that's not nice. But you guys are in your own space. Nobody can hear you. I can't hear you. Y'all are going to be breathing at the same time. So, go for it. So if you need a like that, for me was a 2%, but you can go 100% as long as you warned your kids in the other room. If you have kids in the other room, let them know, or your husband or your wife or whatever. But just knowing that is available for you, okay? The other thing I want to name is if anyone in here has a history of seizures, a heart condition, or could be pregnant today, I would not suggest doing the holotropic style breath. So please don't do that. What you can do is a very gentle breath for all of the music. And that would just be a super, super slow in through the nose and out the mouth. Okay. Otherwise, we're going into the holotropic style. Yeah. It's going to look like this. One hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. All with the mouth, okay? We're gonna isolate belly, chest, exhale. Yeah, belly, chest, exhale. One more. Cool? So you are gonna feel tinglies. You'll probably maybe feel them in your hands, in your mouth, in your forehead. Just be aware, where are you feeling the excess energy? This is good. This is your body telling you where you actually need to focus in your breath, right? Centering yourself to that area, to that saboteur, to that inner child that's really deeply wanting to be held. And then, breathing for her, breathing for him, breathing for them, like really showing up for that part while you're breathing. That's the only breath I'm going to give you guys, those 2, okay? One's the halo, one's the holotropic, or I call it the triactive. What else do I want to name? Some of you might get really hot. Some of you might get really cold. So if you have layers, that could be super supportive. And we're going to do the whole session lying down. So for a lot of you that are in chairs right now, you might want to find a position on your floor somehow. And if you are leaving your camera on, which I highly, highly suggest, it helps me attune to you guys. Again, the only person who can see you is me, and it'll help me attune to you while you are breathing. That could be really helpful as well. Because if you are seated, the holotropic style, if you're feeling dizzy, it's not as safe. So I would definitely get into the ground. Nothing under the neck. Make sure you're lying all the way down. Okay. And if you happen to have a bad back, I would put something under your knees so that you can be as comfortable as possible for the practice. Are you guys ready to rock? Yes, let's go. Let's do it. Okay. I'm going to get music on. You guys are going to be breathing for about 30 minutes, and then we'll go into either some journaling, and if you're like, nah, I'm so good here and you want to stay in your spot, you can absolutely do that too. allowing yourself to get nice and comfortable in your space, the space that you chose to give yourself this love, this care, this time, this beautiful sacred time. Time is so valuable. We don't get it back. So how do we want to spend it? Giving back to ourselves. So loving. And just feeling the physical body here being held up by Mother Earth, by the ground. Feeling the support under your neck, under your shoulders, under your hips, under your knees, and under your feet. Beautiful. And before starting the practice, just deeply leaning into gratitude. Feeling grateful for this moment, for giving yourself care today, for this amazing space, and this time. Thank you, Mother Earth, for supporting no matter what the journey. Leaning into trust, finding trust between your heart and your body and the support of the ground. And then just noticing this beautiful organ in the center of your chest, holding unconditional love. That heart space that is dying for us to see. Hold her. And then starting to notice the left side of your heart. Just seeing what is there, bringing your awareness. Making your way to the right side. Noticing if it's different. Noticing the intricacies of this beautiful organ. And then feeling into the front of your heart. Just noticing what is there. And then making our way to the back of the heart and just checking in. How is your heart? How often do you ask yourself and check in, how is your heart? Dialing it back to see the heart in its entirety. Beautiful. And when you're ready to use your breath in vibration with your heart, we're going to start with the 3-part breath here. Belly, chest, exhale. It'll sound like this. Good. Breathing at a pace that feels right for you. You don't have to follow my rhythm. Really checking in with your own internal rhythm. It could sound like this. Beautiful. Noticing if any distractions are here. Coming back to the heart. Welcoming your distractions. They're beautiful areas for us to notice where we need to breathe. Good. The first 5 to 7 minutes are usually the hardest, so give yourself grace. Just noticing, where are we at the beginning of our journey today? Beautiful. So good, Elena. Beautiful, Kara. Good, KP. Nice, Danielle. Good. It's up to you to create the space that you want. I can only guide it. The rest is completely completely up to you. How do you want to show up? Can we open our hearts just a little bit wider to the possibility of something different? Beautiful. Continuing with this rhythm. You can always slow down the breath if you need, but whatever you do, don't stop the breath. Our only job is continuing to breathe, sticking with this beautiful life force passing through us. Beautiful. Breaths of air, and then we're going to go ahead and sip our next one, holding it at the top, sipping it all the way in. And hold. Sipping in a little more air, and hold. Noticing in this hold, what is it that you are holding on to? Where can we bring more balance into our body? And when you feel ready to let go of what you've been holding on to thus far, we'll let that go in 3, in 2, in 1, letting it out. Good. Another big, beautiful inhale, sipping in all of your air. Sticking out your tongue. Yeah, there you are. So good. Noticing if any judgment is here. We can try it one more time. Big, beautiful inhale. And letting it go. Beautiful. Centering yourself, continuing with that breath. Belly, chest, exhale. Good. Round 2 here. Good. Beautiful. Just noticing if there's difficulty at the beginning of the journey, just witnessing, observing that, and seeing how far, what shifts, what changes can we make with every new breath that you take. Beautiful. Sipping in the divine masculine, allowing that air to sip right through you, moving through your spine, up your throat, into your shoulders, through your mind, through your head. Exhaling that out. Beautiful. Good. And then focusing in on the divine feminine, allowing her to be here, belly, chest. Exhale. Good. Sipping her in. Good. Beautiful. Continuing with this breath, continuing to trust. What wants to be here? Can you allow it? Here we go. So good. Sipping in that beautiful balance. So good. Picking it up a little bit. If you have it in you, checking in with your body, showing up in a way that feels really yummy and delicious for you. letting whatever needs to be here, whether it's joy, pain, grief, letting your soul dance in the space as a collective here. So good. Beautiful. Yes. Moving your body if that's what feels right for you. Good. Nice, Zoe. Beautiful, Derek. Good, David. Yeah, continuing with this breath. Maybe adding little shakes as you continue your breath, only if that feels supportive and right for your body. Really tuning in, checking in. Woo! There you are, so good. Allowing the root to be here, your sexual energy, your creativity, your feminine flexibility and flow. Good. Good. Really tuning into your soul, tuning into your spirit, using the music, using your beautiful breath, using that divine masculine, divine feminine, letting them play together. What does that feel like? Good. Beautiful. Allowing the structure and the flow unite together and dance. So good. Beautiful. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest. Good. Listening to this deep, beautiful, sacred wisdom that is coming up for you, showcasing to you everything that you need in this moment. Good. Giving yourself a voice if that's what feels good. So good. Finally, giving yourself permission, a yes, to vocalize your needs. Good. Maybe feeling into that juicy feminine here as the music softens, slowing the breath down if that feels right. Beautiful. Feeling into that feminine flow. Letting the breath guide you, not your mind. Beautiful. Picking up the masculine here a little more. Belly, chest, exhale. Good. That deep-rooted, centered structure, letting that be here too. Good. Letting any grief, any anger being held in your belly, in your chest, letting that out if that's what feels good for you. Nice, Erin. So good, Kamal. Yes, Liz. Beautiful. Good, Derek. Nice, David. Beautiful, Casey. Really nice. I see you, Erin. So good. Keep it up, guys. Here we go. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Beautiful. Picking the rhythm, your beat. You don't have to listen to mine. Seeing where your body wants to guide you today. Seeing if your spirit guides want to show up and really deeply guide you to where you need to go. Beautiful. Good. Picking that up a little bit more. Belly, chest, exhale. Noticing if any fear is here. Welcoming the fear, not being afraid to say, I'm curious. What do you need? How can I support you today? Seeing how that shifts and changes the lens of the mind and the body with curiosity. Going at the rhythm and the pace that just feels so yummy for you. Beautiful. Good, Louise. Good, Louis. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful. A few more breaths like this, and then we're going to go into a top hold. Good. And when you feel ready, we'll take a nice, big, beautiful inhale, holding it at the top. And holding your breath. Sipping in even more air. Feeling this beautiful divine flow, this energy moving throughout your entire body. Good. Holding it. Just noticing, witnessing, observing yourself in the space. Observing within your body. Noticing what are your needs today. Being radically honest. What do you need? And when you are ready to serve yourself the same way you serve others, I want you to let that go in 3, in 2, in 1 big, beautiful exhale. Good, letting all of it go. So good. Another big, beautiful inhale. Maybe sticking out your tongue, letting it go. Good. Into another round. Belly, chest, exhale. Good. Diving into the yummy, juicy parts of ourselves. Waking up every single cell in our body. Trusting, going at a pace that feels safe for you. Dialing it back whenever you need. Here we go. Belly, chest, exhale. Good. Belly, chest, exhale. Ooh. So good. Belly, chest, exhale. Beautiful, Liz. Good, Robert. I see you, Zoe. Good job. Keep it up. You guys got this. You are more powerful than you know. Noticing within the body, where in this moment do you feel a need for balance, and then bringing your breath to that area of the body. Bringing it to your shoulder if that's where you need it. Bringing it to your mind if that's where you need it. Good. Good. Just remembering all you have to do is stick to your breath. It is our only job for this practice, even if you have to slow it down, just sticking to this beautiful, sacred medicine inside your body. Use it. Yeah, letting it go. So good. Let it go. You don't need to carry it any longer. How long have you been carrying this? And when are you finally ready to say, I surrender. I am so in flow. I am flexible like the water. I am move through life with ease, with grace. I trust. Beautiful. Continuing with this breath. Good. Bringing deep honor, deep reverence for whatever needs to be here. Going as deep as you want. You have control over the depth of your experience. Good. Beautiful. We're here a little bit longer. Picking a pace that feels right for you, your rhythm. Good, so good, guys. Keep it up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Couple more breaths. So good. If you're feeling like you want to run or it's hard to stay, just notice how can you dial it back so that you can stay here, knowing that strength is found in softness. Can you allow that soft dial back if that's what's needed? Then taking a nice big beautiful sip of air, let's hold it at the top. When we get there, another beautiful sip, 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 sip. Holding it. Sipping, holding this magic inside of your body. Do you feel that? Your gift. When we are centered, we are in our hearts, and when we are in our hearts, we have so much to give. Can you feel the center of your chest start to expand? Expanding even more. Holding the breath, expanding even more. Seeing how much can you reach your quantum, your aura, your energetic field, reaching out, maybe even using your arms if that's what feels good for you, reaching out to the left and to the right, seeing how far your physical body can go. Beautiful. And then noticing your energetic body here. How far can you reach outside of yourself into something so much greater than we can imagine? And when you are ready to bring this beautiful, full spectrum, energetic field that you are, you've always been, we're going to let it out into Mother Earth in 3, 2, 1, let it go. Yes, there you are. All of you, we are right here. Let's get it. Another round. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly. Chest, exhale. Beautiful. Really using your root, allowing your sexual energy to be here to really move through you. Everything is so welcome, letting her be so present. Telling her or him that he is so beautiful and so welcome. Can we center ourselves? Can we bring ourselves back to neutrality with every breath that we take? In order to do that, we have to feel our edges. How far can you go until you feel your edge? Both spectrums, the light and the dark. The joy and the pain. the head and the heart, the sad and the joy. Letting all of that be here, letting it all accumulate, culminate. Beautiful. Good. Good. Belly, chest, exhale. And just when the mind wants to trick you and get in there and tell you that you're not safe, can you listen to the wisdom and intelligence of your body? What does your body say? Tuning out the mind and the thoughts, what is your heart and your body saying to you? Can we ground ourselves into the earth, feeling our back literally pulsing underneath us, reaching into the roots? Can you feel all the beautiful roots from the trees, from your lungs, from all the way down? Beautiful. And at the same time, can we start to lift and feel into the polarity of reaching up into the sky with our energy and feeling this beautiful pull of duality, allowing every part of you, every layer, every intricacy in between to be here and witness yourself as a layered human being. Beautiful. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Honoring yourself for sticking to the practice even when it gets hard. Those are the golden moments that show us where we can transform. Use it. Good. If you feel angry, let your anger be here. If you feel sad, let your sadness be here. If you feel joy, let her be here. You are so safe. You are safe to be. You are safe to breathe, and I'm right here. I'm so supporting you. Beautiful. Letting our energy rise once again. Feeling her reaching out. Feeling him reaching and reaching. Seeing how far we can go. Beautiful. Reaching outside of the mind, outside of the body. Reaching outside of the physical space that you're in. Reaching towards the clouds. Reaching towards outer space. Can you allow yourself to go deep and far and wide all at the same time? Realizing that you are everything all at once. Beautiful. And then going ahead and taking another sip of air. Let's hold that at the top. Big, beautiful sip. And hold. Sipping in even more if you can, and hold. Holding the grandness of who you are, who you've been before we came here to planet Earth, who we're going to be when we leave. And feeling into the spirit and the essence of who we are in this space. Not what we do, not how we identify, but the essence of you. This little glimmer inside of your heart. Do you feel that? Can we awaken this part of us that deserves to be here? This part of us that the world needs more than anything? Your heart. Can you open up that space? Is there availability? And when you feel ready, we're going to go ahead and exhale it out. We're going to go into one last round. In 3, 2, 1, letting it go. Grounding yourself back down into the earth on your exhale. Beautiful. Here we go. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. This is our last song. Where do you want to go with your practice today? Where is your edge? You won't know unless you try, and you can always dial it back. You have control. Giving yourself yourself a full yes today? What does that feel like? How can you vocalize that? Can you play? Let your spirit be here fully. What does that look like? Continuing with the breath. We're almost there. We're getting to that finish line. You are so safe now. You are so safe. Breathing that into the body. Breathing in this beautiful balance. Can you allow this balance to be here? You so deserve to be in your balance, in peace, in neutrality. That is you. Do you remember? Here we go. Picking it up one last time. Belly, chest, exhale. Woo. Belly, chest, exhale. Good. Seeing if you can challenge yourself in the last few minutes here. Good, so good. I see you. I see this part of you. They look so good on you. Beautiful. There you are. So good. I am so holding the space down for you. All of you are so welcome. Good. So good. So good. Keep that up. We're here for one more minute. So close. Moving, shaking, tapping, whatever you need as we get to this finish line. Listen to your body. Listen to your wisdom. So good. A challenge, if you want to take it for the last 30 seconds here, is to pick up the breath all with the mouth. It would sound like this. We'll be there for only 10 seconds. In 4, in 3, in 2, big beautiful inhale, sipping in all of your air. Sip, 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 sip your magic. Sip all of this balance, sipping in your love. Sip all the way to the top. This is our last top hold, holding it there. Allowing the energy to move throughout your body, to circulate. And in this top hold, just noticing and witnessing yourself in this moment, in your power, in your frequency, in your heart. Holding for as long as you need on this one. And only letting go softly out the mouth when you feel ready to bring yourself into alignment. Feeling into every crevice, the dark and the light. Our head and our heart, the divine feminine, divine masculine. Our grief and our joy. And we bring it and center it into our body. Noticing what you are witnessing in this powerful moment. Continuing to hold your breath if you can. You've already let go. Beautiful. Whatever you need. up all the pieces that feel broken. Let's put them back together to this beautiful vase with imperfect cracks, making a beautiful piece of art. You are the most beautiful piece of art I have ever seen. Thank you for showing me this gift in all of your colors. Allowing your heart to open even a little bit wider if you can. Just noticing your heart here for a moment. Feeling the rhythm. Feeling your beat, your blueprint. There's not one blueprint that is the same. Your uniqueness. Leaning into these beautiful cracks that we have. And thanking them for being here. Thank you for the imperfection, for my quirks. Thank you for being you. Authentically, unapologetically you. Taking these few minutes to allow yourself to receive without feeling rushed, really sinking into this gift, this moment, this space and time. These beautiful spirits on this call. Wow. Sending a piece of your heart to the others on this call. Sending a piece of your heart to the earth, to our trees, to the flowers, to the mountains, to the ocean. Sending a piece of your heart to those that are suffering. Really deeply feeling your heart expanding around the world. It's powerful. Palpable. It's magnetic. It's love. all the feelings to be here, knowing they're in a safe space. Allowing yourself to really deeply feel into this moment. And if you're feeling inspired to write, you're welcome to grab your journal. Otherwise, you can stay where you are and continue to just sink in to receiving all of the blessings, all of the downloads and the codes that are coming through you. Your open vessel as an open channel. If the inspiration strikes, you can grab your journal. Otherwise, staying so cozy and yummy wherever you are. We'll be here for a few more minutes. Beautiful break. Even if you feel pain, can you allow joy to? We'll be here for a few more minutes. You're welcome once again to grab your journal if you feel called to write or just sinking into these yummy last few minutes. Starting to feel the beautiful ground underneath you, the masculine support that had your back literally the entire journey today, while our feminine flow got to experience the journey itself, leaning into our breath. For about 2 more minutes. Allowing all of these beautiful downloads to sink into the physical body so that we can feel it and then be it. An open channel of unconditional love. Maybe starting to ground ourselves again into the earth, and then starting to wiggle our hands, bringing this awareness, this new information, this intelligence into the physical body, wiggling our toes. Maybe giving ourselves the yummiest stretch over our head. Maybe even rolling to one side, just gently rolling over. And then taking all the time that you need, slowly pressing yourself up to seated, nice and gentle. Eventually coming back to the screen. Beautiful song. I'm going to let it play out the last 10 seconds